Greetings, the War greets you, and welcome back to Matchmaking Academy! Oh my gosh, what a noob! I want to help you think like a better Counter-Strike player.
Hold up. Wrong channel, wrong channel. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Dungeon Academy, where I go through the clips you guys send me and I find your mistakes and teach you what went wrong and how you could improve so everyone can also improve. The start for today will be this guy. He is a Catacombs level 33 player with a pure archer build with 4 bones, a flower of truth, and an ice spray. He has around 13,000 secrets found and has a great setup, though I would recommend him getting overload 5 on his bones whenever he can, as well as fumings. He currently has overload 2 on 3 bones and 1 bone on overload 3. With that out of the way, he is about to initiate his first engagement with an enemy lost adventurer. Now please note that as a pure archer, you don't engage an enemy like that. I built a simulation of the room he was in and think of the dummy as a lost adventurer that our hero faced off. Even though he killed the mini-boss, that was only because his bones did enough damage. Here's what he did wrong. He shot his 4 bones and all 4 bones hit the wall behind the enemy. Reason why you should not do that is because your bones will hit the wall, and because it hits the wall, the bones won't return and you will miss out on double damage. It'll also take longer before you can shoot the bones again if they hit the wall or ground. Remember, positioning matters a lot as an archer running boomerangs. Notice how the bones travel. They not only pierce the enemy, they also come back allowing me to hit for a lot more damage. Though sometimes you don't have an ice spray or you can't get close due to some unforeseen reason, when that happens, stand further away so that the bones can get close to the wall but not hit the wall. For the most part, mini-bosses walk to you in a straight line. Find out what their path will be and pre-fire at them before they aggro onto you. If you do that, time that well, you can pre-fire mini-bosses and kill them before they even see you. As a reminder, boomerangs travel 13 to 14 blocks in a straight line. And here's another mistake that I covered in my last video. He should have cleared the 5 secrets on that side of the map as well as the room on the bottom right. The way the map is positioned, the small room on the bottom right is either a puzzle, yellow room, or trap room. That room is on the edge of the map, which means that it's definitely a dead end. It's definitely a 1x1 room, and most, if not all, 1x1 room dead ends are puzzles, yellow room, or trap rooms. As for why he should have cleared the 5 secrets on that side, once he clears the unexplored room, he will have to deliberately go back to that side of the map to get the secrets he didn't get early on, wasting precious time. As for clearing mobs with bones, as I said earlier, positioning is key as an archer. Position yourself so that each bone pierces multiple enemies. With 4 bones, you won't be able to cycle infinitely, so use your Flower of Truth when all 4 bones are down. Do not fully rely on your Flower of Truth to clear, because it has a cooldown of 1 second, and you can only hit 3 enemies at once with the Flower of Truth ability. Use your Flower of Truth wisely, because it also uses 10% of your max mana, which I would like to mention that Ultima wise does not affect. And I would also recommend using the Flower of Truth when there's a few mobs spaced away from each other, because when there are mobs spaced away from each other, your bones can't hit all of them, whereas your Flower of Truth is heat seeking and will ricochet from one target to another. And as I've mentioned a couple of times, proper positioning as an archer matters a lot. It wouldn't matter for the other classes, but as an archer it matters a lot because of how the boomerangs work. You want to position yourself in a way where you aren't too close to the mobs where your bones will miss point blank, especially to faster mobs like Fells or speedy mobs, but far away enough that your bones won't hit the wall behind the target that you are targeting. There are exceptions to this, as sometimes you only need to clear a small group of mobs and you can clear a whole room with using only 4 bones. Speaking of Fells, I used to have issues with killing Fells because of their crazy speed, making it hard to hit them. I found that pre-firing a boomerang right as you walk into aggro range is the best way to clear Fells. Or you can simply use your Flower of Truth or Ice Spray to kill the Fells. Now take a look at the map. There are a lot of different rooms to branch off to. If I was the one doing this run, I would go to the room on the top right and clear secrets on the right side of the 2x2 room. The 2 rooms next to the green room would also be cleared as well as the first long room. So in that situation, I would have 2 choices to branch off to. The 2 rooms on the middle side of the map, and I would take a quick peek into the 1x1 room next to the 2x2 room to see what kind of a room it is. If it was a puzzle, trap, or yellow room, I will clear it first, then head on over to the other unexplored room. If it is a normal brown room without a dead end, I will clear the other room, then come back for it later on. But if it was a brown room with a dead end, I will clear it first. As for the reason behind why I would clear it first if it lets you a dead end, the reason is simple. If it lets you a dead end and I cleared it first, then I can completely forget about where that room leads to and forget about that section entirely. If it wasn't a dead end, then I don't know how far I would need to go before I hit a dead end. And because it was in an unexplored section closest to blood, it would be beneficial for me to leave it till the end. Because clearing that last means the path between me and blood would become shorter, and it will save me a couple of seconds traveling back to blood. Remember, every second counts. And also, as I've said before in my previous Dungeon Academy video, clear before you do secrets. Let's assume this is the last room and every other room is completely cleared, including blood room. You can't enter the boss room without killing the mini boss in this room, because if you do that you will lose S+. You can completely clear all secrets in this room, but you will still lose S+ if you don't have a checkmark on this room. If you killed the mini boss first, even if you didn't get any of the 5 secrets in this room, you will lose around 5 to 6 points from exploration, and the run will still be an S+, assuming none of your teammates died and you got all other secrets including Mimic. As for this specific situation, if I had to branch off to this section because all other sections are either cleared or have people working on those sections, I would get a mini boss first, then head on over to the adjacent room, which in this case would be Blaze room, clear Blaze room before I start doing secrets in the last room. And oh, here's a tip for normal dungeon runs. When you're clearing with a team, you need to make sure that you're always aware of the map and note exactly where your teammates are. You do not want to clear a section where you have teammates clearing it. In every map there are visible and easily distinguishable sections where everyone can branch off to. Sometimes the splits are earlier, which would definitely be preferred. Sometimes later on, which isn't that great. A good dungeon map would be a map where as many team members can split off right off the bat, with good puzzles and easy to clear rooms. 2 people going to the same section is a bad thing and should generally be avoided without a good reasoning. While you are doing dungeons, there must be a reason behind every decision that you make. Here, he made a good decision and positioned himself slightly towards the left, which is an example of good archer positioning. If he had stood in the middle where he came in from, his bones would be hitting the wall behind the lost adventurer, and as I've said before, that is not a good thing. Simple decisions like this is what draws the line between a good and a bad player. When I saw how he positions himself for that fight, I was able to tell that he was quite experienced with wielding the bone meringues. Think of your weapon as an extension to yourself. Get to know your weapon, know its strength and weaknesses. You need to know exactly how it moves, how it feels, and with enough experience, you will know what will happen before something even happens. Everything starts with you. If you know your enemy and yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles. If you know yourself but not the enemy, for every victory gained, you will also suffer a defeat. If you know neither the enemy nor yourself, you will succumb in every battle. Sun Tzu, The Art of War. Knowing your weapon applies to your aspect of DN as well. Quick, how many blocks can you teleport with an AOTE click? How many speed do you gain, and for how long does the speed buff last after every teleport? And what is the name of the ability called? If you are able to answer these questions, very good. You know your aspect of the DM pretty well. If you didn't know, the AOTE ability is called Instant Transmission. It can teleport you 8 blocks ahead and you get 50 speed for 3 seconds. If you do not own an Hyperion, you will be using your aspect of the DN to traverse around the map a lot. You should know exactly how many clicks you need to teleport to your desired location. Clicking too much or clicking too little takes a little bit of time every time that you mess up, and that adds up. If you still aren't familiar with your aspect of DN, I suggest that you start with that. As for those of you that are already very familiar with your aspect of DN, good job, and work on knowing your other weapons. Mastery of your weapons is a skill that hasn't been mentioned anywhere I've looked, which honestly surprises me since it is a very vital skill. Oh, and also I forgot to mention that the fastest way to cheese New Trap Room with Spirit Boots is like this. Use the Spirit Boots ability from outside of New Trap and immediately fly up to the lever area like how our protagonist shows us. From what I know, this is the fastest way to cheese New Trap Room, and I completely forgot that you could use Spirit Boots like this. I've heard of using Spirit Boost from outside of Trap Room to skip the first parkour over Old Trap Room back at floor 4, but I haven't seen anyone use it to cheese New Trap like this. This Dungeon Academy series not only serves to help you guys become better, it also helps me learn new things. I've learned quite a lot of stuff from watching the clips you guys sent me, especially about the other classes that I never played like tanks, berserks, and healers. Also, remember how earlier I said that he should have cleared the 5 secrets on the bottom side of the map, as well as the unexplored room? Because he did not do that, he now needs to backtrack there to clear the secrets, as well as the last puzzle that he missed. Once he is done with clearing the last room and the secrets in the long room, he will be on the other side of the map and will need to run a long way before being able to get back to Blood. Also, note how he used the super boom on a cracked wall secret before he went into the puzzle to clear it. That was a good decision on his behalf. The more dungeon runs you have done, the better your decision making skills will be. This boils down to practice and repetition. At some point, you will be able to make good decisions on the fly without thinking about it at all. This is known as game sense, and that is what separates the top players with the best players. We'll be skipping Terracotta phase, and if you guys are interested in sending me clips for future videos, stay and I will tell you how. Otherwise, skip to the timestamp on screen. So you want to record footage of you doing dungeons, preferably in 1080p, upload it to YouTube and set as either unlisted or public. Head on over to my Discord server, the link to my Discord server will be in the description box down below, and make a ticket using this channel, which is clip submission. Before you open a ticket, please read how to submit a clip, and when you've read it, click on the mail emoji and go over to the ticket area and link me the YouTube video. You do not need to close the ticket and just leave it be. I will look through the tickets whenever I need new clips for my videos. I have quite a lot of submissions and I can't go through all of the clips, so please don't feel bad if I don't use your clip for the video. Right here we are back with our protagonist as he is about to finish up the run. As an archer, I would recommend using rapid fire for the giant's phase, but you don't need to use your dungeon orb. You can just press your drop key to activate rapid fire and it's actually much faster than using your dungeon orb. I would recommend getting used to activating your class abilities without using the dungeon orb, as it will save you a lot of time. Also, props to this guy for not killing the golems before the terracotta spawn. Even right now, as I speak, I still see a lot of people killing the golems before the terracotta starts spawning. If you are one of them, please stop that. It slows the run down by a lot because it then has to go through a list of dialogues when you touch the golems. If you must kill the golems, kill them during the terracotta phase after the terracotta starts spawning, or after the giants phase, or in this case, during the giants phase. Best time will be during terracotta phase because the terracotta phase is unnecessary downtime with nothing to do. If you kill them after the giants phase, you will risk taking too much time killing the golems like what our hero did. Well, that's all I have to say for this video. Thanks for watching till the very end. I hope you enjoyed my video, and I will see you all later. Peace out.